Welcome, race fans. Tonight we are here with the Ohio IndyCar League at Texas for race number 4 of the season. We've got a pretty good point standing here coming into tonight as well. I am Joshua Medlock on the mic for you here tonight for MaxSpeedTV. Glad to have everybody out there. I'll see old Paul Crumrow out there in chat, as well as two others. Glad to have y'all in the chat. Well, we're going to get right straight to it here, folks, to the point standings coming into tonight. Paul Crumrow in first place with 98 points. David Leclerc back in second with 90 points, 8 back behind Paul. Sergio Moresi, 83 points in third, 7 back in. I'm just going to say Ian because I cannot pronounce his last name. So he is in fourth with 82 points. He's only 1 back behind Sergio. Ken Ackley in fifth with 76 points. He is 6 back behind Ian. Doug Kennedy in sixth with 68 points, 7 back. Jeff Murray in seventh, 65 points. Him and Tony Rice are actually tied with 65 points. Both of them 3 back behind Doug. And Chris Seidenfaden, I hope I pronounced Chris's last name correctly, and Richard Shannon will round out 9th and 10th, also tied in the point standings here coming in tonight with 64 points. Both of these gentlemen are 1 back behind Jeff Murray and Tony Rice, so it's good. Point standings are pretty tight here. Now all it is just a race for points with these guys. They don't do a chase or anything. It's just points at the end of the season or at the end of the thing. Who has the most points? Well, that's your champion. No money on the line here tonight as well. And, of course, they do get 1 reset. And they also, you don't get any points for leading any extra laps or any of that. It's just strictly based off of your where you finish at, when, you know, as how the points is laid out. 30-something possible points, 34, I believe, possible points, starting with the top spot, and then it just works its way back all the way to the end, 34, 33, 32, 31, so forth and so on until you get to the final person, and that will give you 1 point. So, but right now it looks like we've got, I would say about 10 drivers. They have actually entered the server here. We've got 2 that they've entered and then they left, but they have not reconnected just yet, or they haven't came onto the track the second time. Adam Hall and Raul Alvarez. But I imagine both of these gentlemen will come back out here. They will be racing it side by side with these guys before it's all said and done. Now, Ken Ackley is going to be putting in a lap here with about 7 minutes left in practice. They've been practicing for about an hour and a half, and they've really got it going. They kind of know exactly what needs to be done and what doesn't. I did talk to Doug Kennedy and Paul Crumrow earlier while they were all practicing, talking about the draft and the aero, because these cars do have some aero push. Now, it's not as bad here at Texas as it is at your bigger tracks like Daytona, Talladega, Michigan, you know, such of those tracks. But there is an aero push here. The draft is really good here tonight, according to Paul and Doug. So we're really going to have to watch the draft and see how quickly these guys come up on top of one another. And of course, these drivers need to be very aware, too, going around the corners at 200 and something miles an hour. They stay away from that white line. Stay away from the apron. That white line can be hazardous for your car and your health. It will really upset that car. And if you're surrounded by, you know, 2 or 3 other cars and you hit that apron, it's really going to upset you and probably the other drivers around you. So we're going to have to be watching that too. I have heard commotion. Turn 2, a little bit tricky here tonight. We've had it is overcast skies here at Texas, but every now and then you'll see some peaks of sun, and it'll start heating up that track a little bit. And of course, then it'll go back to being cloudy. No chance of precipitation. I know there's a lot of people out there that are right now probably getting a lot of rain where you're living at, but here on iRacing there is no rain, so
Oh, to say, slander the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, Satan's that star, spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free. In the
Alrighty, folks, we are back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Qualifying is underway. We got two drivers out here that are putting in a lap currently. Tyson Landis. Looks like David Leclerc out here as well. Stephen Hollinger coming out here. Right now, David Leclerc does have that top spot with a 24.789. Tyson Landis with a 26.437. Of course, we've still got other drivers to put in a time. Stephen Hollinger, Ken Ackley, and old Paul Comrie sitting at the end of pit road. I know what he's doing. I gotta pick on Paul here. All right, well, let's see exactly where Stephen Hollinger places number 73, as he's come screaming down the backstretch here. Stephen Hollinger is going to go into second with a 24.944. And Tyson Landis is officially done putting in his time. So right now he is currently sitting in fourth. Ken Ackley going into second at 24.536. Still waiting on some of these other drivers to put in a time. David Leclerc, it looks like he may be officially done. Now David is sitting on pit road. Still waiting on these other drivers. All right, Paul Comrie is coming out. See where Mr. Paul Comrie, now he was the quickest in practice, him and Doug Kennedy. We'll stay here with the 7-Up machine. He's going to start his time. Of course, Jeff Murray coming out here. Now, this is close qualifying, so everybody's got the track to themselves. You don't have to worry about the other drivers. Now, Paul going to go into fourth on his first lap. See what Paul can do on his second lap. He comes screaming across the line. He is going to go into second with a 24.169. Jeff Murray is going to go into fifth with a 24. Now he just got knocked back by Ian. Ian's going to be in fifth. It's Jeff Murray in sixth with a 24.861. Ian with a 24.520. Oh, Paul Crummer. Okay, so you do get 3 laps here. Okay. Now, Paul Crummer is going to go into the top spot with a 24.105. Currently, he has the pole with about 5 minutes left. Doug going to go into a 2.7 here currently. Looks like Paul might be officially done. He is pulling this car into pit road. Going to keep an eye on Doug Kennedy here, see where Doug goes. Apparently Doug is sitting in 7th. Now he's going to go up to 3rd. The 24.204. Mr. Tony Rice has entered the facility here. Kind of waiting on Mr. Tony to pull in a lap. Now he's got about 3 minutes to do so. Question is Tony gonna qualify? We don't know. That remains to be seen. Now everybody has put in a lap. It looks like Doug is done. Tony Rice, Raul Alvarez, Adam Hall, and Lance Simon, 4 drivers. Now 4 drivers have elected not to post a time as of right now. Tony Rice is still sitting at the end of pit road. Well, let's see if we can get old PK up here and have a chat. Oh, Paul Crumrod, you got a copy there, bud?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh, well, Paul, looks like you're going to grab the top pole position here. We're still waiting on a couple of drivers to maybe put in a lap, but right now you do have the pole with a 24.105. You know, I talked to you earlier about the track. You was out there practicing it up with the guys, and man, a whole lot different when it comes to, you know, in pack racing. But kind of, what's your idea going into tonight's race?
Well, I'm just going to try to take it easy, 110 laps or so. I think that's what it is tonight. So, you know, hopefully you can stay out front, get that clean air on the nose, and, you know, keep her down as low as you can without having too much issues with people trying to pass you or such. So as long as they don't gang up on you, go on the outside. If you stay low and stay off that little white snake down there, like you're saying in the preview of the show, get on that white line, it's going to cause all kinds of havoc, and it's going to bite you. So it'll spin you around and take out just about everybody in the field. So just going to, you know, just race my race and race the track and not worry about too much other people. The draft, if you get put in the back, draft is pretty stout here, so you know, it could get back up front pretty easily around here in Texas.
Well, you know, you got one reset, and as we see Tony Rice, he clipped that yellow, and you know, that's detrimental. You know, we talk about the resets here. You got, you know, everybody's got one reset, so it's not like, you know, if you wreck, you're done. But you know, you don't really want to use that early. But if there's an accident early on, and you have to use that, do you think that really causes an infrastructure of man, I'm gonna have to be careful?
Yeah, what you got to do is come into these races thinking that you don't have any resets. I try to put in the mentality of, you know, this is my race car, I put my money into it. I mean, that's just the way you have to do it in these sims. You know, you take care of your stuff, and you know, if you keep going into a race or something, think, well, I got a reset, then you're gonna do some things that you normally wouldn't do in a race car in here in the sim, and you know, cause all kinds of havoc. So, you know, the reset is nice to have, but, you know, again, there's also strategies. If your car is a little slower, maybe, you know, a little bit off the pace, you might want to wait till the end, because, you know, if there's going to be one caution, there's usually going to be 2 or 3 following that. So, and as the laps get down, they start winding down, people take a little bit more risk, so it could cause more caution. So, there's also that strategy within that as well.
All right, Paul. Well, Paul Cromwright looks like holding on to the top spot here with about 1 second left. Paul, good luck tonight, bud, and we'll see you out there on the track.
Woohoo! Got a pull. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, Josh.
All right. Well, Paul Cromwright is going to hold on to the pole. Well, as we get them down here on the pole. Red here. Right. Well, starting on the pole here tonight for the MaxSpeedTV starting red. Paul Cromwright grabbing the pole with a 24.105. Congratulations to Paul for grabbing the pole. David Leclerc going to start on the outside of him in that second spot. Doug Kennedy, the owner of Ohio IndyCar League, he's going to be starting in third right behind Paul with a 24.202. Ken Ackley in a fourth. Jeff Murray in fifth. Stephen Hollinger in sixth. Ian in seventh. Tony Rice in eighth. Tyson Landis in ninth. Lance Simon not taking a qualifying time. He will start 10th. Raul Alvarez in 11th. Adam Hall in 12th. 12 drivers here tonight. And it looks like we may only have 8 or 9 on the track, something like that. Right. Well, 110 laps here tonight, folks. All right, everybody, it looks like shifting gears, and we are getting ready to pull out here. Get this show on the road here. 110 laps. There are no stages for the Ohio IndyCar League, so it's just a straight 110 laps. And of course, the only cautions are cautions because they don't do stages here. So looks like we are gonna have 10 drivers out here onto the track here tonight. Adam and Raul may connect again later. We do not know, but they come down to the back stretch here at 66, 65 miles an hour. Paul is going to lead them to the line. All righty, folks, we'll get ready because we're about to go Indy racing in the Delara IR-18s at Texas. Pace car dives off. Paul's going to hold them back for the green flag here tonight, folks. And the green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing in Texas. Everybody's going to try to find position here early on. David Leclerc is going to drop it right behind Cromwright. We've already got battles back here going. Whoa. Question is, who's going to lead the first lap of the race here tonight? Paul Cromwright will lead the first lap, although you do not get points. Now, Paul is going to pick up, I believe, a point for getting the pole, but you do not gain any points. Oh, we've got a car off. Who is that? Lance Simon? No. Tony Rice? No. Well, let's go back and take a look, folks, and see what happened to Tony. Now we are on Tony here. I've got it set to where it will automatically go to a chase view, which is pretty much the best view you can get on a replay. And I'm not sure exactly what happened to Tony, but he comes through the trioval. It looks like okay. Was there some net code, or did he get tagged, or did he just lose it? Oh, it looks like he just lost it. Oh, right there. He might have lost it, something locked up on him. There was nobody around him. So right here, it just looks like he just slammed hard into the inside wall. Back up onto the track he goes. Everybody, it looks like, gets around him, but heavy damage onto Tony Rice's 64 machine there. And he may end up having to use his reset early, and that is not good. Looks like Tony Rice decided, nope, I'm not even going to use it. All right. Well, early caution lap here. Got Crystal in chat. Hey, Crystal. How you doing? Well, all right, Paul Cromery has led the first 3 laps, and the caution flies out early. Doug Kennedy is in second. I am showing a little bit of damage on Doug's car there. It looks like he doesn't have that right front fender, and that could just be an iRacing glitch too. I don't know. But it looks like that right front fender thingy is gone. He's not coming down the pit road, so it doesn't look like it's affecting him any. Ken Ackley in third. Picking up a position here, it looks like. Ian in fourth. Started 7th. Alrighty. Pace car lights are off. They're going back green flag race, and it is single file restarts. They don't do double file restarts. All single file. And I understand why they do it. It keeps the caution count down. Makes it easier to stay in the draft, I guess. You know, you're not starting side by side, really close together, and you know, you don't have to worry about taking a chance of maybe getting into somebody on a restart. So that is why Doug has done single file restarts here. Well, hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Hopefully the sounds are kind of evened out. I've been working on them. If they're not, please let me know. We'll make some more adjustments here. Now, the Ohio IndyCar League only races once a month. All right, pace car is off and away. It'll be in Paul's hands to get them going here. And Paul is going to hold them back for the green flag. And the green flag is out. It's fair game. Here we go. Whoa. Wow. Ian wasting no time. Going to pull all the way up to second. Ian wasting no time. Wanted to get up there and get into the draft of Paul. So now we've got a battle here. We're going to have a battle for second here, it looks like. Stephen Hollinger and Doug Kennedy going at it. Here we go up. They have caught the pack. This is the draft, folks, right here. Ooh, you do not want to get close to each other either. Sparks flying off of Doug Kennedy's machine. Ken Ackley running back here in that 5th position. Started 4th. Still a whole lot of racing left to go. Oh, we've got a car off into the grass. Who is that? It's Ian. Oh, losing tons of positions there. Found his way back up. Found his way up front. And ended up coming all the way back. We're going to take a look at that here, folks. See what happened and why he ended up going across the grass here. No caution. But we will take a look. Now, he is coming up on Paul, though. They come screaming down the back stretch. This is a replay of what happened to Ian. What in the world? A little bit of, arrow push. That's what happened. Arrow push for Ian. Caused him to get a little squirrely and just went across the grass. So he's going to lose tons of positions and go back all the way to 9th, but he is still going. Well, Paul Crumry still holding strong up front, but he's got a whole lot of company behind him and beside him. Stephen Hollinger. Ken Ackley now up to third, getting around Doug Kennedy on the outside. Well, for the amount of cars out there, they're already making it interesting. Oh, a little bit of side drafting going on too. You can find who that is, David Leclerc. That lap there from Steven. Steven now looking to lead his first lap of the race. Those screaming meanies is what I call them. These things, 200 and something miles. A little bit of touching action going on. And are we going to go 3 wide? I don't know if I would go 3 wide this early, guys, but they may go 3 wide. David Leclerc now finding himself up here in second behind Paul. Stephen Hollinger goes back to third. David goes high. Paul goes low. Paul's going to lead another lap. And Ken Ackley back here now running in fourth, started fourth, still a whole lot of laps left to go. They're changing positions, but they're not changing them to where you can't keep up with them. And there's only 9 drivers out here, so it does help. Ian kind of back here, mired by himself, losing that draft from the drivers. Ian looking for a caution here. Jeff Murray. In the 23, he's got Lance Simon behind him. Lance currently running in 8th. Oh, we have a caution. Tyson Landis. All righty, folks. So let's go back here and take a look and see what happened to Tyson. Tyson Landis was involved in that. So was it some aero push or did it start up ahead of him? Well, we're gonna see here. As you can see, it looks like it was coming up. Get through the tri-oval and he gets on the gas there, on the brake. Oh, right there is where it happened at, and it looks like he might have overcorrected just a little. As he come around the corner here, it snapped loose on him, and he tried to correct it, but it was not enough. And Tyson goes tumbling down the backstretch. Keeps it on all 4 wheels, though, but he's going to have some heavy damage on that IR-18. And he may have to use a reset. We don't know, but like he is going to be on pit road here. He may look at the damage here, might get it fixed. Gonna go back live here. Everybody coming down pit road as we speak. Well, alrighty, a little bit of battles going on here. So let's wait for them to come off of pit road, and then we'll see if we can get some we can get an interview in here. We'll see if we can get David Leclerc up here. Wait for David to come out on the track. I don't want to disturb him. All right. David Leclerc, Josh from the booth, man. Got a copy?
10-4, I do, yep.
Well, David, man, strong racing early on here tonight. We've had 2 cautions, and it looks like turn 2 is just being a little on the grumpy side here tonight, coming onto the back stretch. What's going on out there?
Yeah, turn 2 comes up in you really fast. It's like it's a really quick turn. If you don't take it right, it'll come up on you and eat you really quick.
Well, yeah, you know, there's some drafting going on here too. We see it. You know, the draft here tonight's pretty strong. What you got to do to kind of back that draft up, not get into somebody?
Yeah, that's true. You gotta be very careful of the draft, especially on those turns. I get into a bit of an unfortunate little incident there, but I made my way back up to third place here. So hopefully I'll keep on going here, and we'll see what happens.
All right, David, good luck out there, bud. Looks like y'all's going to be going back green here rather quickly. Good luck, man.
Thanks, pal. Good to see you back, Josh.
Hey, thanks, David. I appreciate it.
Buddy.
A lot of people do. All right, David Leclerc. Now he's going to be starting in third on this restart. Single file restarts. And Ken Ackley going to be directly behind him. Now Stephen Hollinger has led a lap. Stephen Hollinger, though, and these other guys, they want to lead that final lap. You know, they want to get the win here. So it looks like Tyson Landis is sitting on pit road. I don't believe he did use his reset. He might have, but he is sitting on pit road right now. So we'll see if Tyson does come back out. All right, Stephen Hollinger going to get him going here. And he is waiting for the green flag. The green flag is out. Everybody's on the loud pedal here. And Steven will lead his second lap of the race on this restart. Lap number 20. Oh, Crumride, David Leclerc, though, not going to waste any time. They're going to keep it close. Paul's going to look to the outside. And they're going to go 3 wide. Oh, no. All right. Well, they kind of got it worked out there. I don't know if they were going to go 3 wide or not. David might have thought about it. He's like, better not. But now they're getting all squirrely still up here. Paul, David, Steven, Ken Ackley. There's a bird's eye view of it. He's got Jeff Murray right behind him. Now Jeff's looking to the inside. Now backs it up, going right behind him, getting the draft off of Ken Ackley. These guys still screaming. Oh, Ian. Oh, what's going on with Ian? Oh, Ian. Something happened to Ian again. Well, we'll see what we can... Something happened to Ian here. I am not sure. Go back here and take a look and see what happened to Ian. Now, this is on the restart here. I went back about 80 seconds here, so... we're still green flag, but if something does happen, we will go back directly live. I want to see what happened to Ian. Ian not having a very good race that he wanted. He just, I don't know what's going on with Ian. Ian does come around. It looks like there's some net code maybe going on. Oh, that is what happened to Ian. I see. A little bit of draft going on there. Might have been a little bit of net code in the mixture. Heavy damage onto Ian's car again. Ian's going to be sitting on pit road here as we go back live and go back up front. Stephen Hollinger and Paul Crumride still battling it out. David Leclerc right behind them. And Jeff Murray is your top 4. All 4 of these drivers are neck and neck. As we was talking about earlier, Ken Ackley, though, he has got a bird's eye view of everybody ahead of him. Ken Ackley in that number 98. On to the inside. Oh, he's on the outside, currently in 5th. .26 of 110 down already, folks. Stephen Hollinger now still battling it out here with Paul. Now looks like Tyson Landis has taken his car behind the wall. He is officially done. I'm not sure exactly what happened to Tyson. I thought he had a reset. But we're really going to have to keep an eye on this group up here, though, because they are neck and neck. let's go on and ride along here. Oh, no, not what you wanted to see. Bo PK involved in that. It looks like Jeff Murray as well. No. Oh, no. Well, let's go back here and take a look. And what we're going to be on Paul here. And, oh, that was dreadful. No. Well, alrighty, folks. Well, we are on a replay here. We're on Paul. And was Steven involved in that as well? Oh, right there. I believe that might have been... Was that Steven? Yeah, that was Steven Hollinger. Did he catch that white line? Oh, he did. He caught the white line. And he came back up into Paul, and Paul and Steven goes airborne, and that's going to catch, I believe, the 23 of Jeff Murray, too. Yeah, that caught the 23 of Jeff Murray. Jeff Murray goes sliding across the grass. But Paul Crumrye and Steven Hollinger get the worst end of this. So we're going to ride along here with Steven. And we're going to go in a fast view here. You can see he hits it, comes back up. Oh, net code happened. And Steven just gets collected and goes for a ride as well. No, not what you wanted to see. Oh, man. Oh, man. Ugly wreck. Ugly wreck. Well, David Leclerc going to come down pit road. Ken Ackley, we're back live here, folks. Ken Ackley now going to be your new leader. Oh, man. Well, let's see here if we can talk somebody. I don't know if we're going to have time, though, because you know, they go racing pretty quickly. I'm Ken Ackley, and it looks like, you know, waiting on some drivers. Now David Leclerc coming back out onto the track. Lance Simon. Going to help these drivers that are a couple of laps down now as they get it all figured out. Is this Jeff Murray?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, Jeff Murray, man. Josh from the booth. Got a copy real quick, bud?
Yeah, sure can.
Well, man, racing out there. I know y'all's going to be going racing here pretty shortly, but, man, what happened out there? Did you see it?
Yeah, it looked like the leader caught the apron or something there, and it just barely clipped me. So I had to get my fast repair. And then I got a speeding penalty, so I'll be going back in.
Oh, man. All right. Well, man, tough break, but, man, it's racing, man. But, hey, you're going to it looks like you still got a pretty good, you know, clean car. You know, used your reset, so still a whole lot of laps left to go here, bud. So, don't give up out there, man. But, strong racing here. Good luck, Jeff.
Hey, appreciate it, Josh. Yeah, I'm not giving up.
Yeah, all right. All right. Well, we're gonna put Jeff right there in that room. That way I know where he's at. All right. Well, Ken Ackley currently in the lead here. Coming to lap 34. All right. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. We are back underway here. David Leclerc in second, Doug Kennedy in third. Paul Crumry is right in the mix. Up here, one lap down, but he is trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way, it looks like. So he's going to go to the high side here. That's going to put Ken Ackley leading 4 laps here. Jeff Murray said he didn't get caught speeding, so he had to come back down pit road. And he is coming back out onto the track right now as David Leclerc and these drivers up here. David's going to take over the lead from Ken. David has led 3 laps. Ken Ackley has led 4 laps. Doug Kennedy still looking to lead his first laps of the race. Lance Simon as well. Last driver on the lead lap is Lance Simon. First driver 1 lap down is Paul Crumry in the 7-Up machine right behind the leader. Jeff Murray just went 1 lap down. He is the second driver 1 lap down. He is still out here on the track. Ian is 4 laps down. And it looks like Ian is coming back out onto the racing surface as well. And Stephen Hollinger still sitting on pit road. Paul still trying to hold on just in case another caution does come out. He's wanting to get his lap back. And they're going to go really side-by-side racing right here between Paul and Ken. Tan, I don't know who you are, but I'm glad to have you in chat. If you could please type in chat who you are. That would be really appreciated because I have no idea who you are. I'm glad to have you in chat, man. Yeah, oversleeping, that's just one thing you don't do. Well, tomorrow night, folks, Sunday night, we will be back live here on MaxSpeedTV. I think we got about 4 or 5 races going live on MaxSpeedTV at once, so stay tuned for that. And we've got I-States going on there. I'll be covering that one. Oh, what happened to Paul? Oh, there he is. Oh, Paul having some blinking issues. Oh, Lance Simon started 10th, currently running 4th. Having a pretty good race. Well, Mr. Boss Man Doug Kennedy currently running in 3rd. As we take a look at the caution count here so far, we've had 3 cautions for 8 laps. We've got 69 laps to go. We've had 4 lead changes here tonight. And it looks like Stephen Hollinger has taken his car behind the wall here this evening. So 7 drivers out on the track here tonight. Started with 10. Well, let's do a little bit of ride along here with Doug Kennedy. How about that? How about we do a cockpit view here with Doug? Oh, Thomas. Okay, glad to meet you, Thomas. I'm Joshua with MaxSpeedTV. Well, right along here with Doug Kennedy, you can see old Doug there redlining in 5th. Now he is in the draft of the drivers ahead of him. And unfortunately, you know, you don't want to blow it, so you're going to have to shift into 6th. And you can stay up with them, but you end up losing it, so you got to shift back down, get more speed, get right back up to them. And Doug, though, taking it slow and easy here. And it looks like he's got some dirt there on his windshield there thingy. And oh, Doug's gonna get with the grass there, but he keeps it straight. Good job. All right, a little bit of ride along there with Doug. We'll ride along here with somebody else too. Not very many drivers out here on the track to really do a crank it up. So these cockpit views are they work pretty well. We're gonna ride along here with 2nd place Ken Ackley. Now these Delara IR18s are fun. I don't care what track you are or what you're racing at, but I love the IR18s. Oh, Ken out here onto the outside, and David Leclerc. David onto the inside. A little bit of side drafting going on between these two. A little bit of drafting as well. Again, though, 215 miles an hour, 217, 18, 19, 220 miles an hour at the stripe. Jeez. That's what the draft does. Woo. That is quick. Well, lap 50 of 110. Well, we're on lap 51. Ian Ackley holding 2nd. Paul still holding he's in 5th. But he is 1 lap down. So, but he's holding strong right behind the leaders here. He's not giving up. Now, like I said about pitting here tonight, is pit road speed is 50 miles an hour. They can do about 40 to 50 laps on fuel. Now, tires is not really going to hold up that much, 20 to 25 laps roughly on the tires, and then it really starts to give. So if you've got bad tires and you're low on fuel, that back end is really going to lighten up. And it can get a little squirrely on you too. So they're going to have to watch that too. You know, when is the perfect time going to be to come down pit road? Not to give up too many positions, but, you know, maybe to gain. Don't want to get caught speeding either. As we know Jeff did. Jeff, you know, he had to come back down pit road, but Jeff is still out there. He is wanting a caution as well. I know Paul's feeling a caution. He's like, come on, caution. He's wanting to get that lap back as well. And Jeff Murray here wanting to get his lap back too. So, lucky dogs are on. And we're going to have a real battle here for the lead. Ken Ackley did lead that lap, but David Leclerc pulling it right again, right up in front of him. And now these two are going to go neck and neck. Ken Ackley going to go on the low side. David Leclerc on the low side, excuse me. Get these two drivers mixed up. Their paint schemes look alike. Thanks, Crystal. Appreciate that. Yeah, when you only got 7 drivers out here, you kind of just have to find something to talk about. So throw something out there. Well, all right, it looks like we might have some people coming down pit road maybe. Ken Ackley, yeah, Ken Ackley going to come down pit road, it looks like. He may be thinking, all right, these tires are just not working out right now, so I'm going to come down pit road. And as we see, he gets it woed down, gets it on pit road. Ken going to put on 4 Mr. Feelgoods and probably fill the tank up, I'm assuming. he peeled off. Now we're gonna have to wait and see exactly who else comes down pit road. Oh, David Leclerc still leading out Doug Kennedy. Well, Doug is in second after Ken pitted. And Paul goes still into fourth now, 1 lap down. Ken 1 lap down, as well as Jeff Murray. The 3 drivers a lap down. Paul, though, wanting to get that lap back. He is right on the tail of David Leclerc, your leader. Well, David has led 28 laps. Paul Crumryle led 17 laps. He got caught up in an incident. And I'm assuming Paul had to use his reset because of the way that happened. But he's still out here racing it up. All right. Doug Kennedy looking to lead his first laps of the race. He is currently running in second, right behind Paul. Looks like nobody else has came down pit road as of yet. But we do have some drivers that are out of the race. Stephen Hollinger, Tyson Landis, and Tony Rice. 3 drivers that have retired for the evening. Raul Alvarez and Adam Hall didn't start for some reason. I don't know if they just couldn't get back in or what, but they did not start the race here tonight. They were in practice. They was in the lobby, but then they come back in. Well, all right, Lance Simon, new leader here. As the other drivers pit, David Leclerc and Doug Kennedy down pit road in their pit stalls. That's going to let Lance lead a couple of laps here tonight, so he's going to lead a couple. Now, no points, like I said, folks, but before the start of the race and even throughout, they do not get bonus points for leading laps. There is no bonus points. I do believe you do get bonus point for getting the pole, and of course you get the maximum points for winning, but you do not get points for leading a lap. Thanks, Mike. Really appreciate it, bud. When you don't have that many drivers out here, it's it's like I was saying before. It's really tough to kind of distinguish, talk about some stuff. But well, right now, Lance Simon is your last driver that has not stopped to pit. He is the only driver out here on the lead lap. David Leclerc is 1 lap down in second. Doug Kennedy in third, 1 lap down. And Ken Ackley 1 lap down as well. Now, Paul is 2 laps down, but he's going to come back out. Now, once Lance pits, now it will reset the field, and these drivers who are 1 lap down will get their lap back. Now, Lance is coming down pit road right now, and we've got a caution. Paul, no! All right, well, we will go back here and take a look and see what happened to Paul. He came down pit road, and I'm not sure exactly what happened here. Did he spin it? coming off of pit road? Or did he? Okay, he didn't catch the white line, it doesn't look like. Oh, he spun it right here. No. And hard into the wall and comes back onto the track. And that, of course, will bring out the caution. Oh, no. Well, we're going to have to... I don't know if I really want to talk to Paul or not. He may be frustrated at himself. I'm not sure. I don't know how bad the damage is on that number 91. But it looks like he gets it going. And he spins it coming out back onto the track. Oh, no. All right. Well, that's going to reset everything. And it looks like... Oh, what happened to Doug? Oh, did Doug have a mistake too? Uh-oh. All right, well, let's see here what happened to Doug. I want to replay here. Did Doug drop out? Doug may be having some connectivity issues, it looks like. Uh-oh. No, not what you want to see either. Well, that'll put your leader at Lance Simon, I believe. No, David Leclerc. Okay, well, as they get kind of situated here, I'm going to have to wait a minute and see exactly what's going on. Oh, Doug's having some problems. Doug's blinking. And it looks like Paul is going to come back down pit road. I don't know if Paul wants to talk or not, folks. Well, we'll give him a minute, see what Paul does, and then we'll go from there. It looks like he does have some damage there on the left side. David Leclerc is your leader. Lance Simon currently in second. Doug Kennedy in third. Ken Ackley in fourth. Ken back up here. Well, we'll see if he wants to talk, but I don't know. Paul, you feel like talking?
Sure. I'm not too upset.
Well, what happened down there, bud?
I swear I do not know. I was taking my time coming out of the pits, and the car, I didn't throttle it, I didn't do anything, and it just whoop, went right around.
Oh, no, that was a little strange. I've been seeing that quite a bit tonight. People, it looks like it just snaps, and that's it, you know.
Yep, that's basically what happened. I mean, I was just barely coming out of the pits, and she just, literally, I was starting to get on the straight stretch, and she just snapped around. It just seems like my luck hasn't been very good ever since that first wreck that I got involved with. So It's just been one of those crazy nights, and now I'm in salvage mode, just as long as I can try to get, top 5 at least, so I can keep my points lead going here in this series. So
yeah, that's understandable. Well, I know y'all's got the one to go here, and you're catching back up to the field, Paul. So we'll let you get back to it, bud. Good luck out there in that 7-Up.
All right, thanks a lot. Drink 7-Up, everybody.
All right. Well, we'll get Doug Kennedy down here too. Next time around, I want to talk to Doug too. Doug was having some blinking issues a while ago. I'm not sure exactly what was going on with Mr. Kennedy there, but it looks like he's got it fixed. It looks like he's pretty good to go. Now he's going to be starting second. David Leclerc is your leader, and he's going to get him back going again here on this restart. And the green flag is back out. And that number 69 looking to the inside. I'm not sure who that is. That is Ian. Now, Ian just going to let the leaders go by. respect given out there. Ian's like, I have no shot right now. You guys just go race it up. So he got out of the way. So that's going to put Doug Kennedy. Now Doug's going to try to catch back up to him. Doug's got some drivers around him. He's got Paul Crumry right behind him. And let's see, Ken Ackley up here. Currently a lap down. He is right now the first driver 1 lap down. And Paul Crumry now looking to the inside of. Oh no! Well, a little bit of net code. Might be some pushing going on out there. Ken Ackley almost lost it. I'm not sure who he might have got tangled with. Might have been Ian there. These guys, you know, we're coming down to the wire here, coming down to the stripe. Lap 75, well, lap 76 now as it changes. You're going to see a lot of these guys get a little bit more aggressive. Not too awfully bad, but they're going to get somewhat aggressive. Might see a little bit more blocking going on, but they've still got plenty of racing left. There's still plenty of laps here, folks. We still got 35 laps, now 34 as they cross the line. So, still a whole lot of racing left to go. David Leclerc coming in tonight, only 8 points back behind old Mr. Paul Crumry. Paul coming in tonight, leading the point standings. Paul not having the race he wanted right now. He's just looking to, as we talked to him a while ago, looking to salvage and get a top 5 out of the ordeal here. Lance Simon led 7 laps. Doug Kennedy still looking to lead his first laps of the race. And we have got a group of cars right here. I mean, these are a mixture between the leaders and the lap down cars. Ken Ackley and Paul right here. Paul now right behind Ken. Ken trying to do everything he can to stay ahead of Paul. Oh no, what happened? Paul loses it. No. As we go, we're going to go back here and take a look and see what happened to Paul. I know he was coming up on Ken there pretty heavily. A little bit of net code maybe going on. I'm not sure. And he gets into the draft, though, of Ken. Oh, right there. He just lost it. Might have been a little bit of net code that caused that. Maybe a little bit of aero push, too. As he come around, though, just loses grip. And he does, it look like, gets it woed down. And he does tag the wall. He does have some damage, no caution, gets it spun around and gets it back going, but boy, he's going to lose some positions there. David Leclerc still up front. Doug Kennedy in second, Lance Simon in third. Ken Ackley now the first driver 1 lap down. Caution was to come out. He would be the wave around, and Paul Crumry, he's still in 5th. Jeff Murray in 6th. Jeff up here, though, with the front pack, as well as Ian. Well, we're not, right now I'm not seeing very many moves being made currently. definitely got 3 drivers on the lead lap. It looks like Paul may be done. Uh-oh, I think Paul might have called it quits, unless he blinked out. No, he might have called it a night. Paul, if you're listening to the broadcast, man, I'm gonna come up here, just poke me here, bud. Looks like Paul. Oh, looks like he might have dropped the connection. No. Tough break for Paul. Well, that's going to put Paul currently right now in that 6th position. Now, Ian, he only likes about 2 laps now, and he will pick up that position on Paul. Three drivers on the lead lap. First driver a lap down, Ken Ackley. Go, Ken coming across the grass. No! Well, we'll take a look here and exactly see what happened to Mr. Ken Ackley. No caution. And it might be just losing a little bit of fuel, maybe lightening up that back end, and it just snapped on him. But we will take a look here. Oh, he's coming around and on the tri-oval. Oh, a little bit of aero, it looks like, might have caused that. Little bit of aero. He come flying up on David Leclerc and into the outside wall, and then that sent him across the grass, and he's going to go hard into that inside wall. Heavy damage on Ken Ackley's machine. It looks like Ken is going to come to pit road. That's going to put a damper in his race. Well, we are now down to 19 to go. That's going to put Lance Simon in second. Doug Kennedy in third still. Oh, David Leclerc will come away with the most laps led, currently with 54. Lance Simon, though, he is kind of mired back here. He is in second, but he is kind of mired back here between Jeff Murray. I'll find him in a minute. And Ken and Ian. Looks like we do have some pit road takers. Doug Kennedy coming down pit road. They may not be able to make it. Like Ken now coming back out onto the racing surface. They may not be able to make it. They may have to pit. We'll wait and see here when Mr. Leclerc and Mr. Simon pit. Doug already making his pit stop. He's currently sitting on pit road right as we speak. Now he is going to be pulling out here as the leaders come around. That is going to put Doug Kennedy another lap down, but if he pitted, I'm almost certain everybody else is going to have to pit too. All right, here comes David Leclerc. Giving up the top spot, coming down pit road. He gets it wove down, coming to the line. Well, Lance Simon is your new leader. 14 laps remain. Checking on the time, 9:05 Eastern time, 8:05 Central. For everybody out there wanting to know what time it is if you're not looking at a clock or whatever. David Leclerc has made his pit stop, as well as Doug Kennedy. It looks like Paul did reconnect. So Paul is back out here onto the racetrack. All right. Well, it'll be a top 8 for Mr. Kamara. Now, when is Lance Simon going to come down pit road? Or is he going to hold it? Or is he going to take a chance and stay out? Make it 10 to go. And David Leclerc on the for Mr. Feelgoods and a full tank of gas, or enough gas to finish the race. His last pit stop was a 7.7. Lance Simon's last pit stop that he made was an 8.1. So we're going to keep an eye on Lance. Eight to go. Checking on David Leclerc, 1 lap down. Jeff Murray, 1 lap down. Doug Kennedy is currently 2 laps down. But Lance has not made his final pit stop yet. I don't know a lot of these drivers very well, so I'm learning. Most of these guys are new to me. Now I do know David Leclerc, Doug, Ken. I know PK really well. Tony Rice, Raul Alvarez, and Adam Hall. You know, I know those guys. But these other ones, like Lance Simon, I don't know him really well. I don't know exactly, you know, if he's maybe timed it, kind of knows what, you know, what to save, what don't save. See, I don't know what's going through their minds. I'm not them. He's only got 5 more laps. I mean, he's kind of committed right now to stay out and just hope. Lance Simon, 18 laps led, 4 to go. Make it 3 when he crosses the line here momentarily as he makes his way around turns 3 and 4 here at Texas. This is the Ohio IndyCar League at Texas. This is race number 4, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Thank you everybody for tuning in here tonight. I know I got Mike Hunt and Crystal out there in chat. I've got Thomas out there in chat as well. I didn't forget about you. Paul Crumrow's in chat too, although he's actually out here on the racing surface. Oh, well, Lance can't make it. He is gonna have to come down pit road. Now we're gonna have to wait here and see. David Leclerc can make it around the track, take the lead before Lance comes back out. Now David will get his lap back. We're going to really watch. I have to really watch it here. David coming around turns 3 and 4. And Lance just now coming out onto the racetrack. David now comes screaming around turns 1 and 2. Boy, it is going to be close. These guys are flying up to him. One to go for Lance Simon. Can he steal the win here from David Leclerc? What a pit strategy it was. But David Leclerc has come screaming. I don't know if there's enough laps here to do it. No, there is not. Lance Simon, your winner here at Texas for the Ohio IndyCar League. Wow, what a race and what a pit strategy that was for Lance Simon. Oh, we're going to have to get all 3 of these drivers down here for an interview here because, boy, that was a strategy call there for Lance. Well, alrighty, folks. Give me just a few moments. We'll see if we can get these drivers down here for an interview here on the post-race show here on MaxSpeedTV. Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. I have caught up with the owner of the Ohio IndyCar League, and also finishing on the podium here tonight, Mr. Doug Kennedy. Doug, man, talk about the racing out there, and man, not a whole lot of drivers, but y'all really made it for an interesting race.
Well, I never thought I'd get a top 3.
Tell me about the racing.
Well, I thought it was tough. I fought and fought and fought, and I had a lot of problems with the car. I touched the wall a couple times.
What was the aero push like? Because, you know, down there, coming down to the wire, you know, with the fuel running out and the tires getting bad, you know, combination of that, the aero, I'm sure it was pretty hectic, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. You know, I think it was really good in the beginning, and then as tires wore, I thought it was tough. But I thought everybody did a real good job. I think everybody ran pretty consistent. I thought it went well.
Oh yeah, it was a fantastic race, Doug. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, for the car count you guys had tonight, you know, it still made for some pretty good racing and you know some strategy calling there at the end. But man, Doug, congratulations! You got 3rd here tonight, man. That's going to help you into points here. You know, coming into tonight, 68 points. You were in 6th coming in, you know, in points coming into tonight. And, you know, it's all about points here, you know, with this league. So, going to help you, man. Congratulations on that 3rd place here tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank or give a shout-out to before you go celebrate?
No, I'd really just want to thank everybody for coming out here tonight. We struggled getting some guys in here tonight, but I think we had a pretty good turnout. 3rd place finish for me is probably my best one all year so far. But I want to thank these guys for really coming out and running hard and having a good time, and I think it was a fun one.
Oh yeah, it was a fun one, Doug, man. Well, You don't race for another month, but next race, man, going to be an interesting race too, and I'm sure you're going to have a big field.
Oh yeah, the Indy is next. I hope we have 25 guys in there, 33. It'd be nice. It's always a fun race, and it's always one of those races that always bring a lot of guys out. So we're all looking forward to that. And thanks to you, Josh, for coming back. It's good hearing that voice of yours.
I try. I try. Well, all right, Doug, we're going to let you go celebrate, bud. Congratulations, third. We'll see you next month, hopefully right here back on MaxSpeedTV, man.
Okay, man. Thanks, Josh.
Uh-huh. Well, all right. Well, that's going to bring us to our second place finisher here tonight, but he will come away with the most laps led, guaranteed, because David Leclerc, man, you were just on rails here tonight, and you were pretty much uncatchable. Paul was up there too. We can't count out Paul. He just got caught up in a real bad wreck, kind of set him back. But once you got up front, you were pretty much uncatchable for the most part. But talk about the racing, the side-by-side action, and that strategy call there by Mr. Simon. You were coming, but there was just not enough laps there for you to catch back up to him. Talk about it.
Yeah, he did a great job of the pit strategy for sure. But it was second behind him, but he did a better job, so he ended up in first place. Congratulations to him. And yeah, the racing was pretty tight out there by times, and like you say, you had to kind of squeeze that line and keep the guys from cutting on the inside. But it was a lot of fun. I had a blast tonight, man, even though the count was low.
Yeah, small car count, but it's still, with the way these cars draft, it's usually pack racing. And there was no one car out way ahead of another. Everybody was pretty much right there together. Of course, the draft played a big role, and the tire fall off, of course, with the gas running out. All that played into a big factor on when you pitted, how close you could get to one another without, messing somebody up.
Yeah, I noticed that big time. As you couldn't pull away. Like you'd almost think you were getting the lead on people, and then all of a sudden they're right on your tail again. It was like impossible to get a big stretch ahead. So you just kind of had to just keep your line going as straight and solid as you could, and hope for the best.
Well, we was talking earlier, and we're going to mention it again here at the end of the race. Now that the race was over, 220 miles an hour, and that's in the draft. You're flying around these corners. What was it like going that fast behind somebody and even in front of somebody if you've got somebody behind you and dodging that dreadful white line apron? I mean, how was it?
There's not a lot of room on this track. That's another big thing. It's you got to pick and choose where you make your moves, and you better hope you make the right decision when you do make your move, because there's not a lot of room, and just a slight adjustment in your steering, man, you're into somebody's tail or into the wall. The walls come up and you're really fast here. Guys did a good job though. After we get into the groove, it was an interesting race.
Yes, it was, and I will totally agree with that. Y'all made it interesting. Well, you came into the night second, 8 points back behind Mr. Crumrye. Now, I imagine you are going to take over the point standings here going into next month at Indianapolis, being only 8 behind, and Paul not having the race he wanted here tonight. So going into next month at Indianapolis, and, being in the points, probably going to have the points lead. Do you feel you're going to have a bigger target on your back, especially with Paul?
Yeah, I'd say so. Paul wants to be in the lead too, I would imagine. So it'll be interesting. But I love Indianapolis. It's an awesome track, but yeah, things can go bad pretty quick if you just take the turn the wrong way. You're gone. So hopefully it all works out and have some great competition there with the guys, and be great time next month for sure.
All right, David. Well, congratulations, man. Just a little bit short on grabbing the win here tonight, but it wasn't without a battle, bud. But congratulations, most laps led here tonight, and Get ready for Indy next week, man. Any thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate?
Well, for one thing, I'd like to welcome you back, Josh. It's good to have you back, man. I love that southern twang, and it's good to have you back, buddy. Love your broadcasting.
I get that a lot, David. I mean, it makes me feel good, you know, because I do live in Arkansas for everybody out there, so I do have a real strong Southern accent, and every now and then it will really get Southern, but I try to keep that away. Because it can really, you know, be like, whoa, that is Southern. But, yeah, I do have a Southern accent, so it kind of goes along, you know, with the racing and everything. That's why I guess people enjoy it. But I am by no means a professional at this. I just call the race like I say it. And to me, that makes it more entertaining. You know, you call it like you see it, and, you know, you may not be the owner or the admin or whatever, race control of the league. That's not for you to decide. You call it like you see it on the track, and I think that's what people really enjoy, is just calling the race the way it is. You know, but man, we had some fast guys out here tonight. David, man, congratulations, second here tonight, and I do appreciate it. Hope to be back next month, as we're going to be taking this a month at a time for the Ohio IndyCar League. But bud, I'm not going to keep you anymore, man. Go celebrate second, bud.
Right on. See you next month, pal. Great job again.
Thank you. Well, all right, David Leclerc going to finish in second. Now I'm going to check here one more time. And I do not see, don't in here. So I guess we won't be able to interview first place here tonight. But your winner here tonight will be Lance Simon. So congratulations, Lance Simon, on your victory here tonight for the Ohio IndyCar League. I wished you was in TeamSpeak. I don't see you. But we will get down here to the live grid here. Alrighty. Well, your winner here tonight for the Ohio IndyCar League, Lance Simon. Congratulations, bud, on your win. David Leclerc going to finish in that second position. Doug Kennedy in third, Jeff Murray in fourth, Ken Ackley in fifth, Ian in sixth. Paul Crumrine, not the race he wanted. He will get a top 10 out of it, though. He will finish in seventh. Stephen Hollinger in eighth, Tyson Landis in ninth, Tony Rice 10th, Paul Alvarez 11th, and Adam Hall will finish in 12th. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in here tonight. This was a fantastic event for the car count here tonight at Texas. Hopefully you guys tune in tomorrow night for some more MaxSpeedTV action right here on MaxSpeedTV. We got about 4 or 5 broadcasts going on at one time, so please stay tuned for that. But until next time, folks, stay safe and have a good night.